Hey guys, April 21st, 2024. I swear I know I've said it before, but where the hell is the time going? So, cut to the chase. Had a client, he wanted a wooden mallet, oak, not oak, black walnut and maple. Gave me exactly what he wanted, the dimensions, the handle, this angle for getting into corners. Okay. So I made what he asked for. I kind of skipped over one of my very basic processes for eliminating tear out when you're drilling through wood. So this end is the inside where the bit went in to begin with. Looks just fine. This is the outside, and because I'm anal, you can see there's a little bit of tear out here and up here. I'm going to show it to him, not going to try to hide it. If he doesn't like it, I'll just remake it. It's no big deal. I do have the wood. My time is insignificant apparently, so I'll just remake it. But I'm going to show you what I should have done, what I usually do to avoid tear out when I'm drilling holes that are going to be visible. So the hardwood dowel that I made that hammer with is 3/8. What I usually do is, I know you can sandwich it and put a backboard and that helps to eliminate it, but when your item is already done like that is and you're pinning it for the handle or anything similar for connectivity, that might be a problem. This is a 3/16 bit, and I still use this little Ryobi benchtop drill press. It's got a little bit of wobble. It's not the best. It does create errors. But until I can justify buying a better one, this is kind of what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to use a scrap piece of wood. What I usually do is whatever my final hole size is, I try to get at least half of that or less in a smaller drill bit and then pop a hole. So this is going to be my pilot hole, and yeah, you can see how that fuzzes out in the back. Not so bad in the front, but I usually do leave a little bit of wiggle room so that I can do a final sand and get rid of fuzzies and, you know, minor imperfections. So what I'm going to do now is, using this as my pilot hole, I'm going to use my 3/8 bit, and you can put it back in your drill press, but I'm going to do it by hand, halfway or so through each side. And probably one of the most important things here is that you have a good bit when you're drilling through your end holes so that it doesn't create tear out when you're doing that. I have a countersink, so I typically countersink these just a little bit to make sure that I don't get tear out, because I don't have expensive bits. Right now I can't afford them. So it may take a little bit longer, but the results are worth it. So hang tight. And sorry, as usual, the shop is a mess. We've been so busy making hooks and signs and odd projects like this hammer that they used to tell us in the military, you don't have time to clean your weapon in the middle of battle. So there will come a time when I will clean up and get organized, but right now it is what it is. So what I really like is I have 3 cordless drills, so I don't have to keep changing bits. And what you want to do when you countersink this, if you're going to do this at all, is make sure you don't go bigger than the hole that you're going to final with. And I like to do both sides, not that it's necessary, but it definitely makes for a cleaner hole. And you do still, even though you have a pilot hole, you still do need to be careful that you're centered when you're drilling through. Like I said, about halfway, and then come through the other side. And again, I always leave a little bit of wiggle room so that I can do a final sand to clean up my drills, because I'm anal and I like everything to look nice. So we've got a little bit of fuzz here, and again, I don't have expensive bits. If you have a really good bit, you won't have this issue. But let me cut a little piece of dowel, stick it through here, clean it up a little bit, and show you what the end result looks like. All right, so after about 30 seconds of sanding, this actually came out really nice. And again, it would be even better. There is a little bitty spot here and here, but again, it's because of my cheap drill bits. So I just thought I'd bring you along. Maybe you can avoid making a mistake on something important. But yeah, this would be fine. I wish the hammer would have come out this nice. All right, guys, enjoy your April 21, 24. Have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll talk soon. Take care, guys.